Verga, loco. Chinga tu madre. No mames.
A few hours ago, Mexico killed El-mecho, the leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel and one of the world's most wanted drug traffickers. As expected, violence has erupted across Mexico, threatening to spiral into a full-blown war. Now, if you're wanting to stay up to date with this craziness in Mexico right now, stop real quick, look down. Stefano Rittendale, All Source News expert, worth a follow. Be sure to check him out. Now, in terms of what we know so far, the Latin Times is reporting, quote, the killing immediately becomes one of the most consequential blows to a major Mexican criminal organization in years, both because CJNG has been widely described as among the country's most powerful and violent groups, and because El-mecho had remained a fugitive despite a years-long binational manhunt that included a U.S. State Department reward of up to $15 million for information leading to his arrest or conviction. On that note, there is no information that the United States was involved directly in this operation. We've heard that the U.S. provided intelligence to the Mexican military to carry this out. That's normal. There's a standard information share going on there, but no viable sources, no official sources in Mexico or the United States talking about U.S. aircraft overhead, U.S. boots on the ground, anything like that. Now, the Associated Press, in their reporting, citing the Mexican government, said during the operation, troops came under fire and 4 people were killed at the location. 3, including El-mecho, were wounded and later died en route to Mexico City. They say 2 were arrested, and on site, they recovered armored vehicles, rocket launchers, and other arms. Again, a reminder here, the cartels are very well armed, very well equipped, and very well trained. So armored vehicles to be expected, rocket launchers to be expected. The drone capabilities are pretty significant as well. We'll probably see those coming out here before too long. Now, the DEA said that the cartel is likely to be as powerful as the Sinaloa cartel, one of Mexico's most infamous criminal groups, with a presence in all 50 U.S. states. They say it is one of the main suppliers of cocaine to the U.S. market, and like the Sinaloa cartel, earns billions from the production of fentanyl and methamphetamine. Again, we'll do our best to keep you updated here, but
so everybody is being told to leave the area right now here on the beach. The tiki bar is being cleared out. All of these things are being cleared out. It's being roped off right now. They're asking that everybody vacate the area and leave immediately. You can see the smoke. I don't know if you can, the smoke in the sky. But we were just walking on the beach and we saw smoke everywhere. And we're being informed that there's major cartel violence happening right now all over Puerto Vallarta. Apparently, they've captured a top-ranking cartel member, and when that happens, all-out war happens. A number of cars have been set on fire, motorcycles set on fire. In fact, there were some attendees of Acapulco who were in a taxi cab. Taxi drivers are apparently targeted by the cartel. They were they had their car shot at, the taxi driver was murdered, and the car was set on fire. All of their luggage has been burnt, including their clothes and passports, in fact. So it's a pretty scary, dire situation right now. We're being told, do not go out at all, do not walk in the streets, do not get in a taxi or an Uber, do not go to the airport. In fact, the entire airport may be shut down right now because of this cartel violence. I mean, we heard Trump mentioning a while back that he's going to go after the cartel in Mexico. Is this the beginning of that? Are we witnessing it live? I don't know, but everybody here has just been instructed to leave the area immediately. The entire beach here is being shut down. It's clearing out, and really intense situation going on here in Puerto Vallarta. So I'm gonna continue to document this as we do. We're gonna stay safe in our hotel. I don't know if you can see the smoke in the air, but it's all over the place. It's thinned out now in the last hour, but apparently, from what I understand, there's a whole bunch of cartel violence happening all over the city right now. We don't fly out until tomorrow, but hopefully it's not going to be an issue for us, because as it is right now, the airports might even be shut down. I hear the military is getting involved. Some of these cartel have in the past shot down military helicopters because they literally own rocket launchers. So this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. Again, everybody is being forced to vacate the bar, the beach area, and smoke in the air. Major situation here in Puerto Vallarta.
I'm an American living in Mexico, and there's some interesting cartel stuff going on right now. So the nastiest cartel is CJNG, the New Generation Jalisco cartel, centered in Jalisco. The capital city is Guadalajara, or I don't know if it's the capital, but it's the big city there. The Mexican government did a raid yesterday, and the cartels are doing retaliations today. I don't know about any violence right now, but they are blocking roads, setting cars on fire, and creating a shitload of gridlock and traffic. Most of it is happening in the state of Jalisco, but it's also touching Guanajuato and Michoacan also. I'm in Querétaro, and my Mexican girlfriend is asking me to lay low. So I don't know. It's interesting for me because I try, when I travel, I try to walk the line of not being overly cautious so you can live your life and enjoy the experience, but also not being reckless. And so I tend to cue off of what locals do, but sometimes it's hard to tell between a prudent concern and just like a worrying girlfriend. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it, and if I hear about any violence or escalation, I'll keep you guys informed.
The World Cup is literally in 4 months, and as you see in the background, that is a real photo of what is happening right now in Mexico. Now, before I continue, hopefully anyone that's in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, or any of the affected places, I am hoping you guys are fine. Hopefully nothing happens to you guys. Espero que estén bien. But like today, serious stuff have been happening, as you can see right there. Hopefully you guys can read it, but it's been happening near El Estadio Akron, which will be one of the stadiums for the World Cup. Now today, there were 2 games that were suspended. One of them was in El Estadio Akron, which had to do with the Liga MX Female League, and the other one was in El Estadio Gregorio Tepa Gomez, which had to do with a Liga Expansión MX game in Tapatío and Tlaxcala. Now it's being said that several vehicles, gas stations, and other objects were burned, as you see in the image right there. And well, like I said, there will be games in El Estadio Akron, which makes this a big deal when it comes to the World Cup, especially considering that Spain and Uruguay will be playing there. Here are some images of what's happening. There's more, but we'll see what FIFA does. It's just, if we're gonna have a World Cup in Mexico, USA, and all this, we need security to be at an all-time high. And especially with the situation we have going on in Mexico right now, it's not a joking matter, but we'll see what happens.
We've been coming down here for almost 20 years, and we've always told people to come down and check it out because you always feel safe here. We've never ever not felt safe, and today was the first day as we left the hotel to go have breakfast and saw all the craziness going on and the violence and the smoke that we were actually terrified. And we saw the people running down the streets, running from the flames and stuff and the fire. And we ran back to the hotel, and then that's when they got the shelter in order place, and we've been here all day. And we're staying at Hotel Eloise, and there's no restaurant or bar or anything here. So we've all been here without anything all day, and the staff has been great, running and grabbing stuff and bringing us some snacks and some water and stuff. But it's been pretty scary, as you can see from the videos and pictures I shared, that blocks away is where all of it's happening, and all the OXXOs, they burnt down all of the little OXXOs. So there's been little fires and stuff all over the city around us where it's normally fun and nice and people walking around and all the little local restaurants and all the locals being locked up and hidden with us too. And there's a few homeless people that were brought into this hotel they allowed in so that they had some place to go too. So it's been quite surreal knowing this warm, wonderful place that we come to visit a couple times a year is in lockdown and just terrifying for all the people.
Is Jalisco, Mexico under attack right now? Well, right now in Jalisco, we're seeing burning cars, blocked highways, heavy military presence. There was so much going on in the airport. Some people escaped prison. I mean, it's really heavy, but people are asking exactly what's going on. So the leaders of one of the more powerful and violent cartels in Mexico was unalived. His name was Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, better known as El-mecho. And we're talking about somebody that was one of the most wanted in the world. I mean, he had a $15 million bounty on him. And And he wasn't just a trafficker. Authorities linked his cartel to attacks on police and military, and that's why Mexican military launched a major operation to capture him. But during that operation in Jalisco, El-mecho was unalived. Now, it wasn't the purpose to unalive him. They were trying to capture him, but they went under attack, and they had to protect themselves, and he was unalived with other people in the process. So after this, cartel members started retaliating. They were burning vehicles, blocking roads, what we call narco bloqueos. They're stealing people's cars and putting them on fire. I mean, so much is being done right now. Now, yes, this is very serious what's going on, but it's not random attack on civilians as of right now. It's targeted chaos tied to one of the biggest cartel takedowns in years. And the government is asking everybody to stay in place, shelter in place, stay at home. Now, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum released a statement today. She applauded the security forces involved in this operation. She asked for everybody to stay calm and just to follow information only from official sources. And she acknowledges that, yes, the roadblocks are happening in Jalisco and surrounding areas. And she said that despite the violence, Sheinbaum stressed that in vast majority of the national territory, activities are proceeding with complete normality. So of course, if you're in Jalisco and the areas and all that stuff, they're asking everybody to please stay at home and stay safe. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. Hopefully this will completely go away after a few days, and of course I'll keep you guys updated with anything else that's happened.